Hey guys, and welcome back to more Shin Megami Tensei V. Last time, we reached the top floor of the Temple of Eternity, and our next step is the Empyrean. Not nearly as dramatic, though. In between episodes, I've been roaming around all of Dot in search of relics to sell, because very shortly we will need 75% of the compendium complete to initiate a very special quest. The unfortunate thing is that, yeah, we're now flat broke, which normally wouldn't be an issue. Heck, I don't even have relics to sell. However, once you reach the Temple of Eternity, a very powerful item will be able to be bought in Gustav's domain. The Whittled Goat, sadly, does not cost a Whittle Maca. Instead, it's a pricey item with a powerful effect, being able to revive the Naholbino if normally he would die. This is identical to a Enduring Soul effect, and it actually stacks if you could believe it. Yeah, I want this thing, but we also wanted a lot of demons in our compendium, and well, you can't have both. So our secondary goal, leading up to the Throne of Creation, is also to get our money back. How will we do that? I don't know. I guess we'll just take it one step at a time. But for this entire journey, Sophia here has been aiding us in summoning demons in the World of Shadow, but we know next to nothing about her. Well, that all changes once you complete 75% of the compendium. I stopped at exactly 74, so we could view this on screen. But yeah, we'll just combine our last two demons to make Yamata no Orochi. Dude, why do you follow me around everywhere? Kind of weird. Anyways, once we complete this fusion, we'll hear a little bit more from Sophia. And yeah, we've met before. A lot of times, actually. Get out of my face, please.
My name is Sophia. I became the Akamoth in this world, the sacred prostitute that gives birth to demonic life. Johei, countless demons have been sacrificed in your name. They are your performers, and you are the composer of their melody of rebirth.
Well done.
Beautiful. Such pathos transcend the abstract and take its own form. As such, I reward you with this.
Thank you?
Yes.
I'll plant it somewhere, I guess.
I am Sophia. I am the original matriarch, as well as the spirit of knowledge, and you are the master of the forbidden arts.
Well, gosh, I don't even know what to say. I guess she just recognizes that, yeah, we're not the only powerful summoner here, I suppose.
Return.
Moving forward, though, oh yeah, we gotta get to the Empyrean. Don't worry, that seed will come into play later, but yeah, didn't Aogami say that there is somebody protecting the throne? I doubt it. Uh-oh.
Young man.
Be careful. I can sense a powerful presence here.
You there. Heed my words. This is the path that leads to the throne. It is a sacred place that only those who are worthy may enter. I, Metatron, shall be your judge.
The herald of the previous creator wants to see if we're worthy. And I got bad news for you, Metatron. I don't care if you're the voice of God. I'm getting on that throne. And Metatron, being a level 78 Herald race demon, you'd think he'd pose more of a threat. But honestly, we've come so far in our journey, there's not much that can stop us. In fact, don't blink. This might be over quick. We are going to try and do as much damage as we can and just burst him down. Simply put, the level discrepancy currently is not too different. He's only a level higher than us, so usually for our primary attackers, we should have no problem cutting through his attacks. In case you're curious, he uses Hamabarion and other light attribute attacks and a deadly almighty skill called Fire Sinai. Will we ever see it? Probably effing not. I hate to burst your bubble. Sad to say, this is all the previous creators got? It's a little lacking, man. You could have given him some backup. A little rude, but he also has the ability to constantly spam Dikaja, which can remove your buffs. If you're using luster candies, be very careful, because you could easily lose them, but yeah, I don't think there's a chance we lose this fight. So, I'm gonna pop my Omogatsuki critical and go crazy with our charged moves. This Mekalumen is not only charged with the charge gem, but will have a guaranteed crit. And yeah, that's a lot of damage. I think Kaminazako is right to laugh a little bit. Can't really do a lot with her though, so energy drain will have to suffice. And, well, our Murakumo's coming up. This potentially could miss, and God, that would really suck. But let's just hope it doesn't, because if it hits, yeah, that's gonna be one fried angel. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot. Oh my God. Holy cow. I'm oddly singing a lot of holy and godliness stuff all of a sudden. Wonder what's up with that. But yeah, despite Metatron being one of my favorite demon designs, he just does not even hold a candle to us. When he charges his Magatsuhi skill, he will most likely be using Mahamabarion, which, I mean, that's not doing anything to us. If you're at this stage of the game, you're still not, like, reflecting or absorbing light attacks, you might want to look at your party a little bit more. And let's get that Raccoonda back up. I don't really have much to say here. For the most part, magic attacks have now reached their point of being under physical, because physical has other ways of piercing. And it is true there are certain spells that are not of the severe variety that can also pierce, but man, just having Murakumo and skills like that and Freikugel, it's just so good. But I sadly didn't finish him off this turn. I hope we can survive this. Yeah, we should be good. Ooh, just barely. Oh crap, no, actually, just barely. Maybe I'm getting a little too cocky. I gotta watch myself, but I do not think we will see this skill Fire Sinai unless I guard for like another 3 turns. So let's just wrap this up and get to our next challenge. If this is the judge, gosh, I think we've passed with flying colors. No, we know it's like, take it! Are you kidding me? Okay, we dodged. All right. Fire of Sinai. Almighty attack pierces everything. It's really, really hard. You can dodge it though. Hopefully you do. Gosh, I cannot believe that. Metatron, despite all of his resistances and his plated skin, he's not as durable as you might expect. Finn will finish him off with one last Makaluan. And now the way to the throne is ours. Feels a little almost too easy. As a reward, though, we'll get some money for a goat. Hey! How many times can you say that in SMT? Yes, I can finally afford that goat. Awesome. But also, we'll receive a very powerful essence in the form of, well, Metatron's essence. It's really good. Also, we've unlocked the ability to fuse him. That is going to take a while. He's a very high-level demon, despite his boss fight not being so. The interesting thing about Metatron's essence is that it is, one, a very beneficial defensive essence. He's just completely resistant to the 4 quad elements and nulls light. It is true he is susceptible to physical attacks, but really, having an essence with no downsides is very rare in this game. Unfortunately, Metatron also has access to High Almighty Flaroma. This passive we desperately want on our main character. So it's really what you prioritize. Are you more interested in defenses or making sure all of your attack options are as high as they can be? And well, I think the choice is rather obvious, but we'll worry about that later. Now is the point of no return. Up ahead is what is known as an alignment lock. And if you are going after a specific ending, as I am, this is your last chance in SMT5 to save your game before this lock occurs. The ending I am pursuing requires me to, well, complete a very difficult quest. And to make a long story short, I've already done so, but in a parallel universe. What does that mean, and why am I talking about parallel universes? Don't worry about it. But I have no need to save. I've done everything I can. Let's finally head to the Empyrean. But not before one last, final warning from Aogami. Joy, given all we've been through together until now, I've developed an acute sense for when something is about to happen. I recommend we use that ley line found. Make sure we're prepared before moving forward. I appreciate the concern, but we're as ready as we're going to be. Let's see what's behind this door.
This is the temple's top floor. The path should open once we offer the 3 keys. At last, we are free to walk the path to the Empyrean. There lies the end and the beginning. The source of the eternal light that reforges our world. The Nahobino who reaches it can mold the world as they so choose. Be that divine architect. Pass through the Empyrean and take your place on the throne. Do not forget, some aim to usurp your newfound reign. Show them no hesitation.
Tokyo abided by your god's whims, yet it was destroyed. Is that Bethel's justice?
Consider its destruction inevitable. For God's anger burns many and spares none.
Silence, Angel! I'd fight to restore Tokyo no matter what some sick god desires. I'll do everything I can to bring it back.
Hear him well, messenger. The world belongs to a host of the divine, not some misguided dictator.
This one rejects the order of the Creator, ushering forth the era of the myriad gods.
The only way to maintain order in this world is to give it all to God. Everything. That includes even our own lives.
Ichiro Dazai, why do you show yourself here?
I'm here to do what needs to be done, even if I stray from the path. I'll do whatever I have to do. It doesn't matter, so long as we win.
God's word remains unchanging. As Archangel, I am sworn to defend it. And if I must taint myself as a Nahobino to do so, then we shall carry out his will. As one!
This one, a staunch believer in the Creator's order, even defying his will to enforce it. One side desires the throne for a land reborn anew, while the other pines for the world of old. Such a position of power cannot remain vacant for eternity. A leader must rise and take it. You must take it.
Young man, are you well? You suddenly stopped moving. Nothing I said would reach you. But if it was nothing, I'm relieved. Let us keep moving.
Hey, thought you'd be here. Nice work clearing the way to the Empyrean.
Now, onward, my brother. For the throne and all the world is now the Amatsukame's.
Hold it! There's no need for all that. We'll just entrust everything to God. You're the smart guy here, right? It's been bugging me since the summit. Zeus and Odin were big-time gods, but both of them wanted it all. They were never gonna play nice. So what do you think is gonna happen in your world of gods? Endless war.
What are you?
You know these gods will eat each other alive! They won't ever see eye to eye. But here's the thing. If we just let the Creator do his work, everyone will get their fair share. Don't you get it? How could someone who is all-powerful, all-seeing, all-knowing ever steer us wrong?
He speaks the truth. And protecting this divine order has ever been my sacred duty as Archangel. Yet I see that in my fettered angel form I cannot hope to prevail against you. That much I concede. But for the Almighty, and the world He gave us, I shall embrace darkness as a fallen angel!
Don't tell me you...
I will uphold God's will at all costs, even if it condemns me and severs me from His grace. Just like that serpent in the garden.
Ah, Abdiel. No matter how much you change on the outside, your faith as an archangel is unshakable!
You fools would bite into the forbidden fruit with God's name upon your lips. Even so, the new world is mine to create. And when my world of infinite gods is born, we will protect Japan far better than you ever could.
Not so fast. Sounds like you forgot about us.
Indeed. The Empyrean throne is rightfully ours. Though, of course, we have something a little different in mind for it.
With my own two hands, I will destroy that throne. and humanity will shape their own world.
We must make haste as well, Ichiro Dazai.
One defies God in his own name, betraying his word for his will. One seeks to open up heaven and rebuild the world as he rebuilt his divine king. Truly, this was an unexpected development. My original aim was much different. You have fought through the opposing forces of chaos and order. Here, at the end of all things, where do your loyalties lie? What path does your heart long for?
Human world, human rule. Not a hard concept.
The Amatsukami's time to rule and reign is nigh.
We must preserve what God established eons ago.
Do you see now my Bethel is our foe?
No. We will protect Tokyo. Just leave it to the big man upstairs.
The Amatsukami's time to rule and reign is nigh.
Human world.
Your will has been made known to me. Thus will I await you beyond heaven and earth.
So this is... It has been a long journey. You have done well in coming this far. We stand before the Pillar Imperial, a path of light that leads Nahobino to the highest heaven. And yet, it appears your heart does not seek creation. But that very creation is the will of the universe itself. And I cannot aid one who denies that vision. You carry an entire world's potential, yet you do not use it. You must not proceed. If you refuse to heed these words, know that you stand against the will of the universe itself.
With our choice made, we're finally here. The path to heaven. And it seems the goddess masquerading as Tao didn't approve of our choice, and has now left the party. The Empyrean is a lot more blocky than I thought it would be. Huh. Either way, this is the final stretch of Shin Megami Tensei V, and it's a zone I absolutely adore. The music here is just so, I don't know, almighty. And there's lots to acquire as we make our way to the Throne of Creation. Plenty of items just thrown about here. Maybe some other throne aspirant drop them along the way, but depending on which ending you were aiming for and what quests you finished before battling Metatron, there may be some reoccurring demons that show up, which we'll get to when the time is right.
Ordinarily, envoys such as ourselves would not be permitted to enter. However, a Nahalbino has opened the door, and thanks to that, we may now pass. Naturally, those of Bethel stand with Archangel Abdiel. Those heretical demons shan't set one foot inside!
A little too late for that, though. You're not being the best security guard there is, but speaking of Abdiel, my god, I don't know about you, I did not see that coming. Her transformation into, well, a fallen angel. God, it really just came out of nowhere. Like this battle against Melchizedek, I nearly forgot.
It is said that the path to God reflects the heart of those who walk it. Tell me, what do you see? It is a twisted, wayward path, or is it a straight and narrow one? That won't lead you astray. Either way, I, Melchizedek, shall judge whether you are fit to rule.
Melchizedek, I'm gonna be honest, man. Even if there's like 3 identical clones of yourself, you ain't no Metatron, buddy. But yeah, there are a couple of gimmick fights leading the path to the throne. Understandable, and I actually really enjoy these a lot. These Melchizedek are 1 level higher than Metatron, but not nearly as much HP. There is a gimmick, though. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot kill them one at a time. Instead, you need to spread out your damage. Now, given our main character and his specific build, this is going to pose a challenge, as Murakumo just does too much damage. So, what do we do if we don't have Marakunda? Well, just kind of work our way up to it. The downside of this is, well, that, yeah, we, God, I hope I don't one-shot him. When was the first time we said, oh, no, we're good, we're good. Just got really close to getting there, but, yeah, let's, go ahead and use some buffs. Back to Abdiel, though, and her, I guess, fall from grace. Maybe this was also a plan of the Almighty, just to intentionally make an angel who would fall and eventually become a Nahalbino in case his reign was ever threatened like it is now. That just amount of storytelling, and it leads to so much speculation on just the nature of this world and the nature of this game. Also, she looks effing scary, so that part is cool as well. Man, I just love this game so much. I don't even, like, if you couldn't tell at this point. However, eventually it must come to an end, and these stinking Melchizedek are getting in the way from that. Hustle it up. We got stuff to do. Melchizedek said, I got a headache, bro. Stop. Don't care. Hurry up and die, please. This is actually why I have Lakshmi and Amanazako by our side. Having 2 sources of Zanbarion really just speeds this last section up, and I'm actually going to skip our turn, because if we crit that Murakumo, which is very possible, we would be in a bit of trouble. I guess alternatively, I'll just skip Finn's turn as well. And yeah, this is a nice little puzzle. Just, you know, trust me, they will full revive if you knock them out. So you have to do it all in 1 turn. I like that. It's a little more fitting of a obstacle than, I guess, in Metatron. Just like tell you, heads up, yeah, brute force may not work in the end. And gosh, this theme also just like continuing into the fights. So good. So goddamn great. Also, all the money. Pretty nice. From finishing these challenges, we'll also be rewarded with tons of glory crystals, so now we can afford almost every single miracle in the game, barring a few, so that's also an added bonus. The money's also not bad either, but as we'll soon find out, there is another way to get some money around here somewhere, but I'll have to save that for later. How'd you get in here, Ongyoki? Aren't you afraid of all the light all around the place? All these angels? Yeah, I guess you're a little sneaky.
Tsukiyomi of the Matsukami has become a Nahalbino. Unless he has set out to create his new world of gods, we bow to no one. However, though we may not see eye to eye with the Matsukami, it seems the world he wants is the same. In which case, it's time to forego the grudges of the past. We shall go to the Tsukiyomi side and lend him our aid.
Wow. On one hand, this sounds great. Dude, The Amatsukami even have the backing of the Oni. Sounds like the stepping stones towards peace, but when you really step back and consider every viewpoint, yeah, this is world peace, as long as you agree with the Amatsukami and Tsukiyomi's vision. And if you don't, this always changing myriad gods outlook could quickly turn into war between the gods and having human lives in the crossfire. At the same time, though, with Dazai and Abdiel, how can you believe in an all-powerful, all-knowing God, which we have literal evidence of already failing before? It's true, things could be a lot better. They could also be a lot worse. Also, boss fight.
Those who came here before you demonstrated a conviction most admirable. Can your soul surpass theirs? I wonder. I shall be the one to determine the answer!
Alright, bring it on. Sraosha, the messenger of Ahura Mazda. Perhaps another possible creator who once had the throne. Be that as it may, though, this fight, similar to the Melchizedek, he's weak. Tuzan, and when he gets hit, he moves around all crazy-like. It really cracks me up. I just cannot help but laugh at this. I know this is Omega serious mode, but he looks like he's going, "Fairy godparents!" I cannot see it, and I hope you can't either, but he is an actual big step up from your previous fights. He has access to Makara-Karn, which in case you're not using Murakumo, you may want to start. You cannot exploit his weakness if he has that up for at least that turn, and yeah, I'm not a fan of that. We do have one turn left, though. I should probably go ahead and just Luster Candy up. Just to speed things along, we will be using Charge Gems to, Oh. Well, I didn't know he could do that. He does have access to Freikugel as well. I've never seen him use it, but I said the same thing about Fire Sinai, and look what happened there. I guess we can just let Lakshmi sleep. One turn's not gonna kill. I mean, what's the end of the world? She's been healing us non-stop. Let her rest. It's fine. It's fine. And I'll go ahead and just use a, Charge Gem on Fin McCool. The plus side of all these boss fights in this, like, mini gauntlet is, hey, now we can afford all those items we couldn't before. But don't go ahead and purchase the Whittled Goat, because there is one actually inside the Empyrean. And do you not have any status revivers? I mean, God. Okay, no, we're totally fine. We only have the Amrita Shower, though. I somehow don't have a soda. Crazy. Anyhow, going back into our inventory, we'll just pick up one more Charge Gem for our Nahobino. I'm gonna let him have it next turn. Unless he goes for the Makara-Karn. If he does that, I might... Nope, we should be okay. Hamabarion, though, will do a decent chunk to us. I think we... Yeah, our Enduring Soul isn't procced yet, but oh god, it's about to. As we see that crazy eye in the center of Sraosha. Gosh, I can't state it enough, man. I love the demons of Shin Megami Tensei. It makes you wonder, what was this guy's deal? What sort of pantheon did he represent? Being he's the only demon of his lineage, though. I guess that's up to our own speculation. With no Makara-Karn up, though, I'm gonna be honest, Chief, your defense is looking a little low. So we do 4,000 damage, pretty close to what we were doing against Metatron. I do need to be a little bit careful as we're kind of running low on MP. Zanbarion hits really hard, but gosh, it also just takes a lot of resources. Speaking of resources, I also want to try and get the last instances we can. We're pretty close to maxing out everybody's affinity on our main party, but we still have some adjustments to make and some final demons to get us to the finish line. And, well, as badly as I want to bring Amanazako to the end, I don't know if that's possible given our current setup, but hey, I'll try my best as we get his essence and some more money. Don't mind if I do. At this rate, I am just going to dump everything into our main character's attack stat because we can survive plenty. It just all really comes down to, can we actually deal damage out every single turn and have it actually matter? Over here is the Whittled Goat for free. I can't help myself. I have to pick it up. Can definitely help out in these last final fights, and yeah, I'm a little scared, guys, being honest. There are some things in here I don't know. I'm not really totally prepared for. Up ahead is a odd figure I think we'll be saving for next time, as depending on which route you are, the outcome of this quest will change slightly. So check that out next time. But pressing forward, yeah, there are some quests that will appear here in the Empyrean, depending on which route you went down. In case you're curious, you can select any route you desire, but depending on your answers given throughout the playthrough, you will acquire a specific miracle from, well, the goddess of Bethel, so look out for that. Yeah, kind of didn't get one because, well, once you pick Destroy the Throne, Tao sort of leaves, so what are you going to do there? As we approach these crystals, shaped in a very interesting pattern, it looks like there's one entry missing. That is the only reference, at least I could find, to, well, a Tree of Sephiroth, which is kind of crazy, yeah. It's just that one. Over here, though, we will find the best essence in the game, hands down. I've legitimately sped run this game to get this essence faster, just because the demon that forks it over is a little on the stingy side, and I cannot believe we're maxed on chakra pots. We'll talk about Beelzebub's essence, and I guess Baal never bothered to look here, could not get in. He is easily the best demon. I know Metatron and him are tied for level, but look at these stats. Like, oh my gosh. Boon Boost EX is just about as good as you can think, and having Debilitate on pretty much any demon is incredibly beneficial. I have someone I want to pass these skills onto, but, well, still need to work on that demon selection a little bit more. But yeah, definitely do not waste that. Boon Boost EX is just incredible, and honestly, I'm really happy it's like added into the game. I'd like to see it in more. And with that, we're, would you believe it, mostly done with this place. It's not a terribly long environment, but hey, I still think it's pretty memorable. But would you believe it? There's still one more challenge waiting for us at the top of these stairs. It's Aliat. Why is she here? I have no idea.
So another Nahobino comes, and you must be tested. Show me the power of the Nahobino. Show me the power that rivals that of the throne.
Alright, if you insist. You just want to show up and get your butt kicked that bad? I mean, alright. I'll do you a solid. Aliat here, just like Metatron, has no elemental weaknesses to speak of, so almighty attacks that can crit and physical moves, definitely the play here, as if you needed me to reiterate that. Our magic attackers, inversely, will just go for buffs, and, well, they can use some magic attacks when the time is right. Is this a DPS gain? Yes, and it ensures we can't miss, so we'll go for it. Despite being a giant, curvy rock, Aliat can, well, she can dodge, believe it or not. But she has some other surprises waiting for us. Aliat didn't come alone, though, as she will summon both Os and Floris. Why these two particular demons, I legitimately have no idea. Hopefully you recall their weaknesses from Chiyoda and such. I totally do. Yeah, I absolutely remember what they're weak to, and I'm not going to guess. I'm fairly certain Os was weak to fire, but no, I know for certain that Flowers is weak to ice. So we get some bonus turns from attacking them, and honestly, taking them down is not like a super high priority, but it is kind of nice, as I really have nothing better to do on Amanazako, so I guess we'll go for this for some... Oh, actually, wow, that did better than I thought, but I guess we're sort of spoiled given how much Murakumo does. Yeah, only a couple more. You do need to be a little bit swift when dealing with Aliat, because she will begin to concentrate and then use a skill called Megidolon. And when she concentrates, that's like getting hit with like 2 at the same time. It's really deadly and can quickly wipe out your whole party. But as long as you continue to take down one demon, she'll usually spend a turn summoning that one back. And Critical Wave did not get a critical. I'm cool with that. Not really cool with the counterattack, though. We'll just continue to set up. This is a fight where you actually do have to beat every single demon, though, so do keep that in mind, but I think we'll still be alright. Leyland found it's close anyhow, so we can burn everything we got on this fight, since, yeah, fighting so many bosses, we also got paid a whole lot, as we go for Bufu Baryon. Did not one-hit KO. That is alright with me, because here comes Amanazako to finish off the other 2 demons. If Os and Floris do survive in some magical fantasy alternate timeline, they can get some buffs for Aliat just to expedite your destruction. And yeah, Aliat, you wanted to see our power. How was it? I thought it was pretty good. As we acquire her essence, though, that is a definite great one to pick up. As we've reached the end of the Empyrean. It's not the longest area in the game, but it definitely has some impact and some charm. I think we can all agree is, oh man, we just made 100,000 Maka. Not bad, but we're still far from done. Up ahead, I get the feeling there's a fight waiting for us. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not totally ready for that. So, in the next episode of Shin Megami Tensei V, we exhaust all the quests we can take on here in the Empyrean before the final battles. See you then. Bye.